What is going on, YouTube? This is your boy Hawk, and I got a 71-5 gameplay for you guys on Hijacked, and I can't believe this happened to me again. I just can't believe I killed myself 21-0 with my own lodestar. And if you're watching, when I call it in the first lodestar around 3 minutes or so, or 2 minutes, I kill myself with the lodestar with a splash damage. And when I was watching this game, and like watching it in a replay, I literally almost cried. I almost shed a tear because I could have went on and probably gotten a double nuclear or whatever, because these guys were literally just that bad. They were literally just that bad. But alas, what? I'm using words from the medieval ages. Jeez. Anyways, another time I'll get a nuclear another time. Who knows? Maybe not. But anyways, what I want to discuss with you guys today are my plans for the next generation of consoles. Like I said, I plan on getting a PS4, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm probably not going to trade in my PS3. So I'm going to hold on to my PS3, buy Battlefield 4, and possibly buy Call of Duty Ghosts. And when they do come out for the next generation of consoles for the PS4, I will try to get all the guys that I have on PSN right now, get them all onto the PS4, and probably just go on from there. I don't think I'm going to buy the PS4 right away, as most of my clan mates, most of my buddies, mainly Jamie, I'm not gonna buy a PS4 if I want to be gaming solo and having to backpack noobs without my clan co-leader and probably my other buddy Alex C2 and a whole bunch of other guys. So what is gonna happen is I will be holding on to the PS3 and not trading it in right away. As well, what else did I want to discuss with you guys for this video? We have this is a topic which is somewhat sensitive, and maybe this is a little bit too heavy of a topic to cover in a video game, but I'm going to discuss, does video game violence very briefly cause real life violence? Now, basically what I want to start off with is, when you guys, some of you guys are from a younger crowd, when you play video games, your first instinct or urge after playing a video game isn't to go out and do what you're doing in a video game. If you play GTA, your first instinct after you play the game is not going to be, oh, I'm going to go out and, I'm going to steal a car and run over people and whatever. That's not your first instinct. Only somebody which is truly or somewhat mentally ill has that kind of response to video games. But then again, that's not to say that we are not desensitized by video games. Now, a statistic from a book that I read about the military and about World War II actually noted that there were several, probably almost close to 40-50%, and if I'm wrong, it's around 25%. I might not. I should have written down statistics properly. But from World War I and World War II, there was a significant number of soldiers who have never fired their gun because they did not want to kill other human beings. They were not trained. They were not in the mindset, and they did not feel the need, or maybe they were in fear of the guilt and all the immorality of taking another person's life. There's so many soldiers from those two wars who never shot their rifle, never killed someone. And moving on to the other war, like the later, like Vietnam and such kind of Bosnia and things like that, it's not to say that the soldiers were more desensitized or more aggressive, but the non-firing rate is significantly different in comparison to World War I and World War II. Which means to say, maybe it's propaganda, or maybe it is just the mindset that recruiters, but the military instills in their soldiers that is their duty to do whatever mission is put ahead of them, that they have to complete the mission. I don't know if that's what it is, but you know, we are somewhat desensitized by playing violent games, but that does not say that a violent game will influence you to the extent to go and do something so drastic. And there's so many historical things such as Columbine and things, even last year, the shooting in the theater of The Dark Knight. These things are very, very touchy subjects, and some of these guys, maybe they're seeking revenge, and there's so many, these guys go to extremes, which is really, really sad. And these cases, just sometimes you find them blaming it on video games, blaming it on mass media, but sometimes it is the individual. It is that one individual who is the one that takes these things to heart, and it is twisted they have a twisted sense of logic, basically. And a normal human being would never respond or never seek out the actions that that these kind of guys would. And they have issues, and we know that. And not everyone in the game community is like that. Not everyone that watches violent movies or violent things is like that. It's just certain individuals, and it's really, really sad. And you know, these things, it's really sad for the community, and it's really sad for families and everyone that suffers from these sort of things. And that's why it's really good that they have an age cap on certain games, because when younger children, not to say that they're gonna copy these things, but they're somewhat influenced. I can say that you guys are being somewhat desensitized. Not that you're gonna go and do horrible things, not that you're thinking of doing horrible things, but you've watched CSI, you've watched Criminal Minds, you've watched all these different things which have exposed you to the not so beautiful aspects of the world, and it's kind of like exposing you to things that you guys shouldn't see at such a young age, and you should probably see them in your teen years. And that's why it's good to have violent content only accessible to kids after a certain age. I wouldn't want my kids playing Call of Duty until they're like 18, 17, or any sort of violent game, just because I do not want them to see these kind of things. And I don't know, maybe I say that now, maybe my idea would change. My ideas and my concepts and my understanding of these things will change as video games progress and as media progresses. But kids are much more at home with their, I mean, how many hours do you guys spend on laptops a week or a day? I find myself, not just for video editing, but not just for YouTube, but I find myself on my laptop all the time. So we spend so much more time online than what we do, you know, just with our family at most of the times, which is really not a good thing. And that's not the way it should be. But that's just the way things are. And hopefully things change, but I don't think they will, just based upon how progressive and how really mind-bending it's mind-bending to me how fast technology has progressed. But anyways, this is a really random topic, but it's somewhat serious, and I really just want to discuss it in a video. Hopefully I'll have I don't know, maybe I'll touch on it some other time. Anyways, as I said, a 71-5 gameplay. I'll talk to you guys later, and peace.